Good morning. It is March. Nice day out. It is 3 degrees. The snow is starting to melt. And with that, just around the corner is riding season. And the bikes are going to be coming out of the garage soon. So, I'm Dave, and the channel is Harleys Diners Rides. And join me today as I drive to the RV show in Toronto. We want to take a look at the new models for toy haulers. But more importantly, let's have a chat on what's going to be happening this season on Harleys Diners Rides. First of all, I'm enjoying my Tim Hortons cup of tea for the ride in. And as I said, it's a beautiful day out today. A little bit overcast, but you know, I'm going to take the good weather. So let's start off. Over the winter, I've purchased some new equipment for my vlog, for vlogging. Looking at some wireless mics, so we're going to be doing a review on that. Also, we're going to be taking a look at a new way of recording my communications on the motorcycles with those new microphones. Also, at the bike show in January, I purchased a tour pack for my bike, and it has to be mounted onto the quick release and set up on the bike. So that's going to be a review coming up, something new for the bike. The reason I bought a new tour pack, honestly, is when I go on my trips with my friends, I need some place to put all my camera equipment, instead of storing it in other people's bikes. Superman Kev came to the rescue a couple of times on storing things in his bike from our Canadian Guys ride last September. Speaking of which, the Canadian Guys, we're planning a ride, a couple of rides with the Canadian Guys. One is, we're heading down to VAM 23, which is in Tazewell, Virginia. We're going to go for that meetup, and if memory serves me correct, it's Virginia Area Motorcycle Meetup is what VAM stands for. There's another one in Ohio. Not sure if we're going to be able to go that, and that is the OWN ride that I've been hearing some people talk about. Boating 52, HDR, and Bronco Ride. They were talking about this ride on their Fireside Chat on Sunday night. So I want to look into that, and see what it's about, and who knows, maybe I could slip in an additional ride. Second ride with the Canadian Guys is going to be our fall ride. This time, we're looking at, inviting some more friends from the U.S. to come up and join us. You'll hear more about that as we get close. We haven't really sat down to plan it all, but it's going to be similar to last year, except we're going to be hitting some new roads and new destinations for that. Also, for the Harleys owner group, we've got a ride in July coming up for the Finger Lakes in the U.S. that we're looking forward to, and also a possible ride to Lake George in the fall also. For camping this year, we have our trailer back at the Grangeway RV Park, where we keep it when we're not traveling. And this year, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. It might be a quiet year for RVing this year. But we'll have to talk more about possible a trip to California to visit some relatives, and also hook up with some YouTubers that we follow, and hopefully we have more of that planned and can share with you those plans with you in the coming weeks. We're just now starting to think about it. Let's see, what else have we got going? Well, obviously we're Miss Lorilei and I, the lovely Miss Lorilei, we'll have to plan a trip with her, as she loves riding a motorcycle and she loves surprises. Loves not knowing where we're going, and so I have to plan at least one, maybe 2 trips with her. Let's see. I think that's it so far. But yeah, it's going to be a busy summer. Oh, I know what. There's another group called the Cannonball Ride in Canada, and what that is recognition for mileage ridden in a certain time spell. You've heard of the Iron Butts, 1,000 miles in 1,000, or 1,000 miles in 1,000 hours, 1,000 miles in 24 hours. Well, the Cannonball Ride is similar to that. It's Canadian, and what it does is it sets up rides and destinations within Canada, and the levels are 250 miles, 500 miles, 1,000 miles, 2,500 miles, and I think they got one for 10,000 miles, which is pretty much riding across Canada. So anyway, I think that's about it. And if I've forgotten something, I'll mention it in future videos. Hope you've enjoyed this one. It's nice to be back out on the air again. Oh, I almost forgot. We've got destination Greece that we have to finish off those videos, which I'm working on right now, and also destination Cozumel, where Lori and I spent 2 weeks just recently vacationing in Cozumel. So those are 2 other videos, or a few videos that we're going to be sharing. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because the way my mind works, I probably have forgotten things and will remember them, and this video will end up being longer than I had intended. I did remember something about this upcoming season. So one of the things I will be doing with the motorcycle is investigating throughout Ontario the best butter tarts, ice cream, and burgers, right? There's all sorts of places across Ontario. I'm going to dig them out, and I'm going to report back to you, especially the butter tarts, right? We've got some fantastic destinations that you'll enjoy the ride, and your mouth will water when you see these butter tarts. Anyway, I knew I would remember something. So I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea for the rest of the drive in, and I want to thank you for stopping by. And as always, ride safe, be safe, and we'll see you soon. For Harleys Diners Rides, I'm Dave. Take care.